Hi, I'm Urvashi. My blog is Twosleevers.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make an Instant Pot butter chicken. If you've ever heard of the Twosleevers recipe, or if you've ever heard of the butter chicken lady, that would be me. But when this video is finished, I want you to ask Siri, who is the butter chicken lady, and you'll see my name. I have here a 6-quart duo. Into this, I'm going to put in 1 can of undrained tomatoes. Sometimes I use fire roasted, sometimes I use regular, you use whatever you have in the house. We're gonna add in all of our aromatics. I use about a tablespoon of ginger, tablespoon of garlic, and then we're gonna put in our seasonings. Salt, turmeric, ground cumin. This is how much cayenne pepper I put in. You put in whatever you like. Some smoked paprika, which is not as common in Indian cooking as it is in other cuisines, but this actually gives it a wonderful smoky flavor, and it also helps to make the curry a beautiful red that's really amazing to look at. And then homemade garam masala. I'm going to provide a link so that you can watch and see how the garam masala should be made. And I'm just going to give it a stir. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure the bottom of the pot is coated with tomatoes. This recipe doesn't really need additional water. The tomatoes and the chicken that I'm about to put in will release a lot of water. So if you put in extra water, you're going to have a very, very thin gravy, which you don't want. And then I'm going to put in some chicken thighs. So I have about a pound here that I'm going to put in. Don't stir it about too much, leave this be. We are going to go ahead and put in some cauliflower to cook on top of this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a trivet with longish legs. I then take frozen cauliflower, okay? I'm not putting in any water because all I want is for the cauliflower to steam. I'm going to put on some foil. I'm going to put this on here. What's going to happen is while the chicken cooks underneath, the cauliflower is going to defrost and it's going to get cooked. So let me start this. At this point, I'm going to give it 10 minutes on a pressure cooker and press start, so it's going to start cooking. Now let me explain why I made the choices that I did. So pot cooking, I have a whole entire video. It's an old one, I need to redo it. It allows you to cook multiple things at the same time. There are 3 tricks I'm using to slow down the cook time because the chicken is going to take 10 minutes, the cauliflower isn't. The first thing I did was put a trivet, elevated it away from the heat. The second thing I did was use a frozen vegetable because by the time the pot comes to pressure, the vegetables will have defrosted properly. Okay, so you're not cooking it while the pot is coming to pressure, because keep in mind, even when the countdown hasn't started, the pot is heating up. So cooking is happening, okay? By using frozen vegetables, I retarded that cooking time a bit. And then I put foil on top to further retard the cooking time. So what's happening is by elevating, by using a frozen vegetable, and by putting some foil on top, I'm still gonna have well-cooked cauliflower, but it's not going to be water. We've let it release pressure for about 10 minutes. Now we're gonna move away from the direction of the steam, and we're gonna release any remaining pressure. So let's very carefully take this out. Yep, there's our cauliflower. It's done perfectly. Let's go ahead and take this off and let's see what's happening to our chicken. So I'm going to take this chicken out and set it aside. One thing you are going to need is an immersion blender. What we're going to do is we're going to very slowly mix this in. See, I'm not even going to use a spoon. I'm going to use this thing to stir it around. And then I'm going to tilt this a little bit and start up my blender. I'm going to add the butter a little bit at a time. The remaining garam masala that we had. God, this smells so good. Here we are. We have a smooth sauce. You've got this super creamy, pretty thick sauce. See that? It's coating the spoon quite well. Just stir it so you get rid of the bubbles and make sure all of the butter is melted in. And then you can either chop up the chicken at this point or leave it whole and go ahead and put your sauce on it. Okay, now that to me is a lot of sauce on this chicken, and I still have about that much left. So I have on the blog, I'll tell you exactly how to use it. You can put cooked vegetables, you can put steamed shrimp, you can put paneer, but just make whatever it is you're gonna make ahead of time and then mix it in. And at this point, if you like, you can add a little cilantro, so let's do that. Okay, so the cauliflower, you could make rice cauliflower, but I like a little texture in mine, and I hate washing dishes. So I often just do this with my fingers. We're gonna put in a little bit of butter, some salt, and some pepper. That is all you're gonna need. Stir this well so the butter melts. And there's your chicken. and dinner is ready. I'm Urvashi. My blog is Twosleevers.com. Thank you for watching, and do me a favor. Go ask Siri who is the butter chicken lady and see what they tell you.